What's up everybody, it's time for some more GTR Challenge coverage from the archives. We've already released 2009 through to 2011, now it's time for our 2012 coverage from Motive DVD number 16. This was the first year that we saw a 9-second pass at Cootamundra. Now this year's coverage is going to be completely free on our YouTube channel to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the GTR Challenge. Make sure you press the subscribe button, share the videos around, as the more views we get, the bigger and better we can make this year's coverage. Enjoy.
Robert, my brother, he is a big GTR fan. He actually bought it brand new and realised he's got a family, he's got kids. Can't fit the kids in the back of it. So I decided, look, I'll take it off your hands. Bought it off him and did a good negotiating job on him, and that was it. There's been no modifications at all done to this car. I wanted to bring it down just to see how it goes, specifically against these, really loud, I guess, rear-wheel drive, the guys were on trailers bringing them down and all the rest of it. But I feel that this car, as an all-round car, quarter mile and top speed, will not show them up, but it'll prove a point. It'll do what it's supposed to do, and I think everyone's going to be surprised at what it does pull.
Look at this. If you're going to be on the start line waiting for a car to, fix itself and come back, you might as well wait in full leather, full luxury, quiet, brand new, TV screen and all. That's how Harley rolls, right?
Yep, that's right. It's my Rolls Royce. It's doing the job, and it turns on.
With very little effort, the stock R35 was able to belt out low 12s all day with a best of 12.1 at 122.7 miles per hour. To put how quick a stock 35 is into perspective, we ran our lightly modified R32 GTR, making 280 all-wheel kilowatts. With aftermarket turbos, injectors, computer and some other bolt-ons with a stock engine, it's typical of many GTRs on the street.
All right, that's a better time. It's 12.4 at 117.3. So as of now, the wooden spoon time is at 12.4.
Tuesday this week, I knew nothing about the battle. I got a phone call saying, do you want to go and watch? I heard you had to watch from behind the fence. I was like, I got a car, I'm going to take it, let's run it. It's a 96 R33 GTR. It's still an RB26, not stroked. It's running a TA4Z. The last tune, the car made 506 kilowatts at the wheels. Took it to Eastern Creek and my best ET was a 10.2 on a set of Chinese street tyres. My goal is to just have the ball, not break anything, and if we can break a 9, it'll be interesting.
Rick was looking good in practice on day one, but some over-enthusiastic driving saw the gearbox let go. Determined to keep going, Rick had a PPG gear set equipped dog box brought up from Sydney overnight and burnt the midnight oil to get the new box in and hit the track again.
All right, Rick, you weren't here this morning. You were here yesterday. You disappeared for a little while. What happened?
We blew the gearbox. We got an overnight delivery from Sydney, and here we go now with the dog box.
So forget Fast and Furious, no overnight pass from Japan, from PowerTune.
Straight from PowerTune. They had it in stock ready to go for us.
So you broke a standard box. What's in there now?
Dog box.
Beautiful. So we should see some pretty good times then.
We'll see. It's a PPG box, so we'll see how we go.
I'm pretty pumped for this thing, man. I reckon it's going to be quick.
We'll see how we go.
Let's do it. Mike was desperate to crack the 10-second mark, but didn't quite get there, with a best of 11 flat at 132.3 miles per hour.
Since the last time I left here, apart from parking in the garage, I think the other day I just put a new battery in it, started it, put it on the back of the trailer and came straight out. Absolutely nothing. I wouldn't mind giving PJ another rematch somewhere down the track, as well as all the other competitions that you've brought along, which seem to be quite big. Look, it is jaw-dropping compared to some of the cars when they started and back them off the trailers. You're going, oh, you know, what they bring along? But it'll be very interesting to see on the day how they go and how they compete. We'll give it our best and see what happens.
Michael is a veteran of Cootamundra now, and it shows, belting out a 10.50 on his first run on competition day. Then went even quicker on his second run. All right, Michael's becoming a little bit of a veteran here at Cootamundra. He doesn't even drive the car for a year, comes out, rips 10.5 first run, 10.3 second run. You must be feeling good.
Real good. The car's really performing well today. It's nice and cool conditions, just a little bit of wheel spin, but what do?
You reckon it can go a little bit quicker?
Oh, I think so. It depends. If we can stop a bit of that wheel spin happening, she'll do it.
You need your PB this weekend, and I think you need a PJ rerun.
That is it. I'll do the PJ rerun. Don't worry about that. But I think that's the personal best. Last year, 10.4, 10.3 this time.
Beautiful, mate. Good work.
Thank you, mate. Thanks, mate.
Varun's car had some serious credentials, and many were keen to see what the Queensland-based GTR could do. After some shakedowns and tweaking on the practice day, the guys from 101 were set, but it wasn't meant to be. Some mechanical gremlins, and the 101 car was out before the competition had started. 1,000 horsepower GTRs aren't really known for their reliability, and the guys have vowed to be back even better next year.
I guess I want to try to get the fastest GTR slip. I don't really mind about the drag battle, but whatever comes, comes. The car's performing pretty well. We haven't changed anything really, besides putting on a rear diffuser. That's it.
Anthony's power-tuned built R34 GTR has gained a lot of notoriety due to the fact that it's regularly driven on the streets. Very regularly, which is not exactly expected from a Hollinger-equipped big single-turbo R34 GTR with 700 kilowatts at the wheels. But it just goes about its business as inconspicuous as an R34 GTR can be. But we can't get enough of the sound of this car banging through the gears over and over. Lucky, as Anthony probably did more runs than anyone else all weekend. And four wheels to turn in a full-weight street car, the drivetrain doesn't always hold up. and problems arose for Anthony again.
Back to the original setup. The only difference is we're running E85, no nitrous. We never had nitrous the first time either, but it's a clean fuel and it's fine. It's a 9.2 at 155 mile an hour. We could have leaned the car out a bit more. It showed 740 kilowatts at the dyno at the time. We probably had 680, maybe 700 when we did the pass. You know what, it may have hit the 8s, but 9.2 is fine and we took it away. It's about time we saw some big cars come, you know, that's what it's all about, getting out here, having a bit of fun, you know, putting up some challenges and away we go.
When Jun rolled up to the line, everyone was quiet, watching in anticipation. And after some shakedowns, Jun was ready to rock. Although it looked like it could have been anything, the car simply shut off due to electrical problems that the boys took care of, and Jun was back out the next day to try again. Rob wasn't having any luck, with Jun suffering from a high oil pressure problem which blew out the cam seals and the turbo seal, ending the car's weekend, but easily recording a 10.09 second pass. We were dying to see our first 9-second pass at Cootamundra, and if any car could do it, it's RH9 GTR, now owned by John from from Canberra.
The car is, you know, special because it drives like a nice street car, no clunking, no rattling, no clutches, no nothing. It's just very nice to drive. And look, the car's gone 840 at about 168 mile an hour. In full street trim, the car weighs 1560 something kilos with a full ET street radial. No tail shaft issues, no axles, no diffs, no nothing. It just leaves really moderately and hard, and it just comes on boost, and it just, you know, goes from there. There is no rivalry between me and Rob. You know, Rob and I are great mates. We talk all the time, and look, you know, we're here to have fun. Rivalry or not, whoever wins, we're going to have a great weekend. It'll be great fun.
Considering it was his first real time driving the car in anger, John decided some warm-up runs were required. And now, the big moment. Would we see our first 9-second pass at Cootamundra? John's Cootamundra curse continued, with the GTR suffering some engine damage 8 seconds into the run.
But after lifting off early, the car still recorded a 9.59 second run. We finally had it.
All right, there's a man we need to talk to. It's John from John from Canberra. Now, you've done something very special today. You may have only got one full pass in today, but you did it. You gave us our very first 9-second run at Cootamundra. Now, from what you guys were telling me before, you only had 8 seconds worth of data, which in theory means you actually only were really on it for sort of 8 and a bit seconds. Yet you still ran a 9:59.
Yeah, it was 8.1 seconds on the log of power when the TPS went back to 0. So,
look, you know what? We're on the runway. That's where you deserve to get it, mate. Motive, DVD, GDR Challenge 2012 winner.
thanks, mate. Thank you very much.
Happy with that?
Appreciate it. Thanks to the boys from CMV for, building a fantastic car that, now they have to make it so I don't break it. But yeah, everything good. Thank you very much. And maybe next year or maybe.
Mate, no maybes, mate. No maybes.
Only if you organise it.
I am.
We'll come.